welcome to the Bell Sports Complex, practice facility of the Montreal Canadiens and home to the Tier 1 Co-Ed Division Championship between Midtown and Third Down for what? Third Down for what? Starting with the ball, Sarah Parker goes to the right, and that passes over the hands, for intended receiver. Bram Bach and Tim Merkic with you, live.
Hey, how you doing?
From the Bell Sports Complex. Did I get that right?
No.
Not at all, no. I'm trying. I apologize.
I forgive you. At least you're trying. It is Mrakic.
Mrakic.
There you go.
I'm getting it mixed up with the basketball player, Nikola Mirotic. Parker goes to her right. Nice grab. Grab on the right sideline. That catch right there made by number 2, Annie Lagacé.
Yeah, she's a player from senior division. She used to play for the Jokers in touch. She's come along very nicely as a player.
So second down now and about 3. Wide open is Alex David. Oh, and that pass is almost picked off. Nice defensive bat down on the play. Wait, this player turns around. Opponent wants to catch, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, I actually think she just went through the hands of her receiver.
Like I said, trying to make her second grab of the game. Yeah, just through her hands. Parker gets a snap on third down now. Looking over the middle, she goes to her left. Oh, Constance Millar almost made that grab right there.
Yeah, that looked nice.
She was in front of Mary-Lou Bellin, who was in tight coverage. Millar trying to make the one-handed grab, put up that right mid, almost came down with it. So now it's about 4th. 4-3, yep. They elected the punt. But it wasn't a point part, it was actually a turnover on downs. So turnover on downs, giving the ball to Midtown now. Midtown being led by Jean-Christophe Morin-Faneuf, their backup quarterback, taking the place of Philip Enshow, looks like. Pass out to the flats. It's caught a nice spin move, finally going out of bounds. There's number 80, Jordan Ria Malara. So Ria Malara picking up enough. Or almost enough, setting up second down and about 4,
Yeah, this Midtown team, I haven't seen them at all in the regular season and doing some of the co-ed games. So a lot of the faces I don't know.
So oh, and that's picked off. That's an interception. Not sure who it is. Person doesn't have a jersey number. But nonetheless, a huge turnover on the first offensive series by Midtown. So both teams exchanging turnovers to start this game. I have to take a quick look here just to see that was. Everyone's supposed to have a jersey number. If you don't have a jersey number, you're not going to get any stats. So I have to take a quick look to see exactly who that was. But a big play nonetheless. Setting up first down just before midfield for the third down for what offense. Parker gets the snap. She looks to her right. She has a receiver in the flats. A pickup of about 4 yards on that first down throw by Sarah Parker. And of course, you mentioned earlier in the game, in the pregame rather, this third down for what offense, missing two of their best receivers, number 13 Tristan Mancini and number 0 Jeremy Murphy. Both players play for the Concordia Stingers football team. So they're already in training camp, so they're gone. They're out of the lineup, so it's going to be key for some of the secondary receivers on this team to step it up, whether it's Constance Millar, Annie Lagacé, A couple other options. Parker goes to the flats again, in and out of the hands. I believe that is Marie-Laure Chaput. Yeah, she's usually number 81, but not having a jersey in this game. So Chaput doesn't have any regular season stats, at least offensively. So she's going to play a big role in this contest. Second down now. And a sack. Big sack on the play by number 13, Jasmine Durand Tremblay. With Midtown defense. For Tremblay, that's her first sack of the postseason. She had 5 tackles in the semifinal game against Black Mamba, which Midtown was able to escape, led by Morin Tremblay at quarterback. They're able to win that one, pulling it out 35-34, and pretty much the only close semifinal game in both co-ed divisions.
Yeah, often what we notice is that there's a mismatch between teams, except for a few of them, right? And then they fall in the crossover and all that, but it's getting better.
Parker gets the snap. She looks right over the middle. Oh, she had a player and it's picked off. Oh, what a nice move right there. Morin Faneuf is in. Touchdown, Midtown. So big play right there, getting the pick 6, J.C. Morin Faneuf. He had 1 tackle and an interception last week in the semifinal win against Black Mamba, keeping his streak alive so far in these finals.
It's interesting because he was playing in the semifinals with the Outlaws, the Outsiders, and he struggled that game. He dropped a few key balls that I think led to their demise in that loss.
Yeah, I had a chance to play against him earlier in the season. He's definitely not one to lack confidence. I'll tell you that. He's aggressive. Sometimes that aggressiveness part of me does work against him, but it didn't on that play right there, getting the pick 6, open the scoring in this contest. Morin Faneuf back in the end zone, try to hit a receiver. This is off the hands of the outstretched Jordan Milera, pardon me. So 6-0 lead for Midtown. So pick 6 and not the way you want to start the game. But turnover on their first series, turnover on downs, and then a pick 6, 2 turnovers for the third down for what offense. Definitely not the way you want to start the game.
It'll be interesting to see how they come out here.
Pass out to the flats. Parker with the pass on the left sideline. Pick up over a couple of yards. Setting up now second and about 3, maybe 4 for the third down for what offense. Parker gets the snap on second down. Throws it to the flats. Alex David, he can't make the catch. He was covered. Beautiful coverage right there by Marie-Lou Ballin. And David, frustrated as he whips his flag, not able to come up with that catch on the left sideline. Now third down for this third down for what offense?
Yeah, Sarah's looking a little out of sorts so far. Start this game.
He's gonna forget one, and I'm not showing you.
So big play right here for Parker in her offense. Throws over the middle once again. Nice catch. Pick it up a first down. It's shot put.
Soft hands.
Definitely. Soft hands and a beautiful route.
Actually, Zani Legacy. Number 2.
Pardon me. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pardon me. And it's hard to see. She does have a number 2 on. It's hard to see from this vantage point.
I agree.
It's a faded. She's wearing a white jersey, and the number 2 is outlined in black, but it's really faded. Oh, beautiful throw by Parker. That catch right there by Lagasse, as you called it, Tara. Beautiful corner route in for the touchdown. This game is tied at 6 apiece.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful catch. And that's what she does best. See, now that's going to change her morale a little bit. You can see a little spark now.
So going for the 1-point conversion now is third down for what? What would you call here if you were Sarah Parker?
You know, to be honest, I haven't seen her play very much. I'm actually very intrigued because my team will be playing an exhibition game against her Champlain Cavaliers in a couple of weeks. So it's interesting to see what they run. But there you go, slants
Yeah, you called it.
across the middle. And actually one of her coaches, Alex David, is playing as well. So it'll be fun. They're in a different division than us, so it's nice to always play higher division teams.
Also catch there on the 1-point conversion. So 7-6 lead now for third down for what? Catch made by Zachary Brassard. All right, Phaneuf to the sideline. He has a receiver. Oh, nice couple moves. Finally, D-fly by Alex David. That catch made on the play by number 23, Pierre-Olivier Belanger. So pick up of about 9. Oh, pardon me, actually, yeah, much shorter than that, rather. Pick up of about
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5. Yeah, it's longer than that, pardon me. And here's a run by Marie Phaneuf. So it's a run, picking up the first down now. Yeah, my apologies. It kind of threw me off guard there. Like, where they had placed the badge originally, it looked like, yeah, I was right when I said to pick up of 9 on the first, what I had first said, pardon me. When I saw the quarterback was lining up all the way back and I saw the bag all the way back there, I had assumed it was a shorter pickup, but I was pretty sure the first time I said it was a pickup of about 9 yards. But nonetheless, one play later, they got the first down, so
There you go.
problem solved.
It's not always obvious.
Maureen Phaneuf, pass to the right. Belanger, his second catch of the game, deflagged once again by Alex David. Pick up of about 5 yards.
So right now the scoreboard literally cuts their neck off.
Pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Setting up second down now. So have to see what Maureen Phaneuf has up his sleeve. Again, he's filling in for Philip Encho, the regular starting quarterback of this Midtown team. He did so last week in the semifinal win over Black Mamba. Catch on the play by Rimba Milera. Tackle made by Constance Miller. So right now, if you're Midtown, what are you calling right here?
Well, they look like they have about 4 yards to go. You know, I'm old school, man. I'm calling the slants. I'm calling an out, in out by the wide.
Maureen Phaneuf gets a snap. His receiver in the back of the end zone. Oh, and off of the chest. Riva Milara. Constance Millar looked like she had a chance, number 22, to make that interception. The ball just passed by her outstretched hands as well.
Yeah. I see. There's not enough space. Like the end zones are small. So if you ask me, you gotta make a quick throw.
Yeah, they mentioned it's about 50 yards along the field, and about end zones are about 8 yards.
Yeah.
was going to ask you, I mean, how important is it to be precise down here with your passing? Obviously, as you mentioned, with such a small end zone. But one of the benefits as well that the offense has is there's no contact.
Fair. And I mean, even outside, there's no contact, but you have a 20-yard end zone, right? So you can run a post, you can run a corner. You have a lot more space to do that. Here, it's got to be quick.
So we saw that attempt intended by Morin Phaneuf to Belanger. They couldn't connect. They were looking to connect for the third time. So that would have been for a touchdown, but he was wide open, was Belanger, but it's not able to get the pass there accurately was Morin Phaneuf. It's third down now. Third and goal. Morin Phaneuf dropping at least 10 yards back to get the snap. Remember, he cannot run there in the red zone. Pass, and that's picked up. No, and it's dropped. That pass was dropped. Looks like the interception was right there for the taking. This Kevin Lubin. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, number 22. Usually it's not his regular number. He's usually number 88. Kevin Lubin dropping that pass there. Lubin looking a little slimmed down this season, put on a little bit of muscle. Also not wearing the glasses that he usually wears. I remember him wearing glasses for almost he's been in the league for a long time. Believe.
He's changed his look quite a bit. He's
Yeah.
trying to go incognito or something.
Yeah, Lubin's been in the league since at least the 2009 season when we started taking stats here at FPF. Always playing with glasses, but this time electing not to. And that pass is picked off over the middle. Dangerous pass. Nice spin move right there. Picked up by Zachary Bassard right in the back of the end zone. That's going to be a penalty going against Midtown as well, adding a little insult to injury. So yet another turnover. I believe that is the fourth turnover of the game.
This is going to be interesting. It's not the, I'm going to say the long drive showdown that we had in the, like in the first game.
Yeah, first game again won by Yin and Yang over Drunk again to look in the score. Both teams waited till about the final 8 to 10 minutes of the game to actually play some defense. We've seen a lot of defensive plays so far in this one.
Definitely.
As I said, 4 turnovers already to start this contest. Parker to Lubin on the left sideline. Nice tackle made by Mary-Lou Bellin. Parker on the season, 1,479 yards, 36 TDs, only 5 interceptions.
Dirty.
Yep.
There's some quarterbacks in the other divisions that don't have stats like that.
Exactly. Without a doubt, one of the best quarterbacks in all of FPF.
Definitely, I can tell you that she was last season. She was the best quarterback in all of collegiate, all divisions. But her team started in Division 4. They end up winning it all, but they were definitely mismatched in that division. So this season will be interesting to see when they're better matched in Division 1.
Yeah, Parker missing last week's win. 18-0 victory over Party Mix. Kevin Lubin filled in, going 17 of 33, 115 yards, 3 TDs, and 2 interceptions. Again, in an 18-0 win over Party Mix. And for Sarah Parker, looking for a little redemption after losing the winter title. Her team third down for what? They went down in defeat, losing to the Power Rangers, a blowout, 44-19. I remember calling that game last year. And the game started off okay for Parker and third down for what? And then just the turnovers happened, drops by some of her receivers, bad reads, bad throws, lack of coverage pretty much by the defense, and Power Rangers just went to town. So chance for redemption, as I said, for Sarah Parker and her squad. Third down for what? Pass to the right corner. Touchdown. Third down for what? Beautiful throw by Sarah Parker to Annie Lagacé.
It's always nice to see great plays from women. I'm just going to say it straight up. You know, it's so nice to see girls who can ball, honestly.
And like I say, another big play right there. That's her second touchdown of the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely been a driving force for her team. Again, that was set up by the interception on the previous offensive drive by Midtown by the safety Zachary Bessard of third down for what?
And you notice these two ladies play senior ball at a high level with the Fleur de Lis, who are Canadian champions and such. So, they definitely have a relationship outside of FPF, which makes a difference.
Trips left formation being employed by third down for what? But that pass was over the outstretched hands of Constance Millard from Sarah Parker. Now there's a 12-6 lead, I believe, for third down for what? Via the touchdown from Annie Lagacé. And again, yet to be pressed so far with this offense from Parker. I mean, they had the earlier stop there with the turnover on downs and then the interception by Morin Feneuf that he ran back for a TD. But ever since then, it looks like the nerves have calmed down for Parker and her team.
Absolutely, I agree with you. It's going to be interesting to see now how they move for the rest of the game.
Here's a bad pass. Oh! Almost was brought in. That was almost caught. I can't believe that pass, let's be clear. The pass was not intended for the receiver that was up there, number 6, Sam Eskandar. That pass was not intended for him at all. It was for Pierre-Olivier Belanger. Morin Feneuf getting a little lucky there. He had the angle to run. He had the angle on the rusher. He just wanted to cock that one back and let her rip, so to speak. Lucky that wasn't picked off.
I agree. When you're a little bit less experienced as a quarterback, you want to try to get the quick hitters and see if you make something happen, make somebody miss. And that's exactly what he was looking for right there.
So Morin Tremblay with the pump fake to the left. He looks in the middle. He's going to run. No, he ends up unloading on the sideline. Nice catch. Just keeping her feet in bounds is number 13, Justin Durant Tremblay. Good job of keeping her toes in, having awareness of where she was on the field.
Seems like 5 plays have just been called.
Yeah, you're right. So 5 untimed plays now remaining in this first half. For Durant Tremblay, that's her first catch of the postseason. She only had 1 catch in the regular season for 6 yards. Now to see if that first and goal. See if now Morin Feneuf could punch this ball into the end zone. Looks to his right, and he goes there wide open. Belanger, nice play by Bessard. Almost came out with the interception. He ended up tipping it out of bounds. And that's 2 straight series, 2 big plays right there by Bessard. He got the pick on the previous defensive series, almost coming up with another one right there.
That was huge, actually. He came from across the field to take away that pass because the receiver was wide open.
A great play there by Bessard, as we talked about, making his presence felt early in this contest. So Bessard is looking at his stats right now. Get back to that after the play. Morin Feneuf being rushed to his left and rushed to his right. Throws to the right, wide open, Belanger, and they left him open again, and this time he makes them pay. Touchdown, Pierre-Olivier Belanger. Tying this game up at 12 apiece. So now looks like they're going for 1. But a 1-point conversion is Midtown. And no, I'm going to correct myself. They're going for 2. How wise do you think this is right here, going for 2 instead of going for the much easier one?
Well, I think they're going to have more space here, and he's clearly more comfortable with a bit of a larger field. So we'll see. Oh,
what option by pass to Belanger. He's trying to run it in, and he does!
Ooh. Well.
P.O. Belanger running it in.
Making somebody miss.
For a 2-point conversion. The lead is now 14-12 for Midtown. Wow, that's definitely not something you see every day. Usually when you have that halfback pass, the option, I mean, you usually see somebody's going to throw the ball.
Definitely, definitely. But he made somebody miss. He had speed, and yeah, they were kind of caught a little flat-footed.
So Parker gets the ball. She throws to the flats again. Lubin is wide open. That seems to be where he's keeping his office right there, right on that left sideline.
And you'll notice on the 3 offensive drives that they started, that has been her play. Quick out, first down, quick out, which is great. Keeps quarterback's confidence. They get the easy throw, gain quite a few yards, so it makes second down a lot more manageable.
Looks like setting up now about a 2nd and 3, maybe 4. For this play, doing exactly what you talked about, Tara, making a second down and manageable. You have a ton of options right now in the playbook if you're third down for what in Sarah Parker.
Indeed, she can definitely take a shot deep. She can hit up for the first down. We'll see.
Parker gets a snap, going right down the middle, and that pass is underthrown. That's picked off. Second of the game from Morant Faneuf. That pass looks like it was intended for Zachary Brassard, but again, she severely underthrew that ball, so that was an easy interception by the defensive back from Midtown.
But as you can see, right, she had the option. She could have gone short. She opted to take a chance. Her pass was a little short, as you mentioned. But, now they're paying.
So for Morant Faneuf, that's his 2nd interception of the game and 3rd in total in this postseason. Got to see if him and the Midtown offense could capitalize on the turnover. Morant Faneuf gets the snap. Looking right down the middle. He's letting it air. Back for that is Brassard. Tipped up in the air by Alex David. And that is it. That was the final play of the first half. So that is it. First half of action. It is a 1 point lead right now for Midtown over third down for what? I mean, Tara, obviously we saw a bit of sloppy play to at least start off the game. Turnover run down, some interceptions by both teams. And then it kind of repeated itself. We saw a little bit of offense, but then the sloppy play repeated itself at the end of the first half. There we saw the interception by Sarah Parker, again, one of the top quarterbacks in all of FPF, underthrowing a ball and picked off by Jean-Christophe Morant Faneuf. Do you think it's just nerves that have been the main cause of the sloppiness on both sides of the ball?
It's hard to say because, like I said, I haven't seen these teams all that much this season. But if you ask me, I think they're missing some of their key personnel and some of their key receivers, potentially on both sides. You can see that Midtown doesn't have their quarterback. You can see that third down for what doesn't have a couple of their receivers. So I think that has had both teams looking to adjust their game a little bit. And so now they're making do, right?
Yep. Fair enough. I mean, well, obviously we've seen both defenses come out and ball, but I mean, if you're, again, going back to offense, if you're either offense, what do you have to do to not just get some points on the board, but to get some positive momentum to be able to even move the chains?
In a case like that, for me, I think you just have to establish a rhythm. I think you have to potentially hit the same receiver 2 or 3 times till someone steps up and covers them. You run hooks, get your defense comfortable, or just run hooks and pick each receiver. Whoever's open, just pick that receiver. And then you go from there. And then as you slowly start to march, then you hit him deep. Because what happens is the defense is going to cheat. They're going to come up. You throw it over top. That's generally how it works.
Okay, and finally, just last 2 questions. If you're third down for what do you have to do to get the victory here in the second half?
So I think, we want to make sure that Sarah Parker doesn't throw any more picks. I think that, she has the ability to read the defense a lot better. And, she continues with Annie Legacy. I think the 2 of them can definitely make an impact on the rest of this game.
And switching sides, obviously, if you're Midtown, I mean, you got that little bit of momentum at the end of the first half by getting that interception off of Sarah Parker. If you're Midtown now, what do you have to do to not only keep up the momentum, but, again, to ultimately win the game?
So I think that the QB is going to have to be smart. He's quick. He's a football player. He's going to have to use his legs, I think, a little bit more. But he has speed in number 23. And, so I think that they can also make a run for it if they continue to be consistent in that momentum.
All right, so we're about to kick off this next 22 minutes of action here at the Bell Sports Complex. 2 of the top teams both finishing with a 6-2 record in the regular season was third down for what and Midtown. So we'll have to see who's going to come out on top. Final 22 minutes of action, unless we get overtime, of course, to see who's going to be the Tier 1 co-ed division champions. So again, starting with the ball, it's going to be Midtown. Morin Phaneuf looking to throw. He gets past a sack attempt. But like I see, he gets past a tackle attempt by Lubin. He finally brought down after a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards on that play. And that run, I'm sure 8 yards, I think finally is what they're giving him. That run looked a lot longer than what it really was at home. Again, Morin Phaneuf taking a snap 12, possibly even 15 yards back from the snapper. It's not something you see all the time, but again, I guess that for him is working. So, again, as you said earlier, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
But that's related to him, his inexperience and not being a quarterback, right? He wants to buy himself as much time as possible, and he knows that he has speed, so he can cover that gap if need be.
Patch right down the middle. Nice catch by Ruan Milira. Tackle on the play made by number 22, Constance Mila.
Yeah, essentially, I think Constance was right in the vicinity. She had the opportunity to put a hand in there if need be, but she went for the safe route, deflagged right on the spot.
So 1st and 10 now for this Midtown offense. Snapper getting some last-minute instructions from his quarterback. Phaneuf looks to his right. He has a receiver. Niskander. Nice tackle on the play again, made by Millar.
Yeah, you know what? She's a huge asset for them because she plays great defense. She doesn't she doesn't bite. She's smart.
We talked about earlier about how sound, how important it is to be a sound tackler. In an earlier game, we saw that wasn't the case so far, at least in the second game. Scrambled by Belanger for a touchdown. Here's a chance. Oh, beautiful toss, beautiful catch. Jordan Riwa Milera coming down with the touchdown, jumping right in front of Zachary Brassard.
Yeah, there's a bit of a height advantage there too, but he definitely made himself the receiver on that play.
And if you talk about the inexperience of Morin Phaneuf, he's showing a lot of poise with that throw right there. He knew exactly where to put it in between pretty much two defenders, or at least the goal line and the back defender, giving only his receiver a chance to get up and make a play on that ball.
Yeah, definitely, and you can also see that he's buying himself time with his feet.
So 1-point conversion attempt right now for Midtown. Morin Phaneuf to the end zone, just off the hands of Sam Iskander. He had a chance on that one. Morin Phaneuf just put it over the outstretched hands of the defender. I believe that was ready for Alex David. But again, that pass is bouncing off the hands of the intended receiver.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think had he gone up with two hands, he had a much better chance of bringing that in.
So don't forget, after this one, we have the Division E2 championship game going on between Mambo and the Blackouts. Pease Delariz and Corey Wawaski will have that game for you. That should be an action-packed game between two very good teams, again, vying for the Division E2 championship. See a couple of the players are already on the sideline stretching. Park now on first down. Pass up high to Lubin. Lubin's able to come down with it. He's able to corral it before him being tackled on the play. That tackle made by number 23 of Midtown. Tackle made by, Pierre-Olivier Belanger. So Belanger, I believe that's his fourth tackle of the postseason. Had 2 interceptions last week against Black Mamba in a semifinal win. Parker now gets a snap on second down. She's being chased. She's able to avoid the rush. She goes deep. Touchdown. Third down for what?
Once again, Girl power. That connection's nice.
Marie-Laure Chaput making the touchdown for her team. And a beautiful one at that. So now a one touchdown lead for Midtown. So let's see again, going for the, I believe it's a 1 point conversion. It's third down for what? Parker now surveying the defense.
I think they might be in a man.
Pass it back in the end zone. Catching his Constance Millar, and that is good for one.
Great foot control on that catch.
Great job by Millar, tiptoeing the sideline, just keeping her feet in bounds and coming down with a nice catch. Again, Midtown still up by a touchdown. Had to see what they have dialed up now on first down. This battle, kind of a David versus Goliath. With third down for the best offense in FPF in the co-ed division, taking on Midtown, who has the #1 defense. In regular season, letting up only 121 points. Again, they let up though 34 last week against Black Mamba. Again, holding on for that 35-34 win. We're talking about Midtown. 276 points scored, averaging 35 points a game. They're only scoring 18, but I think that was more of them showing a little mercy to Party Mix. Again, Party Mix, they finished as well for 6-2 record. They were missing their starting quarterback and Francois Deloria. They had Jeff Brown, who had to play in that game, and a veteran and a friend of all of us here at FPF. It was just an ugly game, though. Brown, I believe, having 6 completions and 5 interceptions. Definitely not his best game filling in at quarterback.
Yeah, it's too bad because Party Mix is another one of those teams that is a real contender in the co-ed division. A mix between some of the senior players in Kat Pichet and Melissa Rochefort, as well as Francois Delaurier, who's been in the league quite a long time, played a number of different divisions, and now is, honing his craft as a quarterback.
Yeah, good defensive showing by third down for Part of me getting 5 interceptions, rather 3 by Tristan Mancini, who's not here this afternoon, and 2 by Constance Millar. 2 TDs on offense for Annie Legace. Big play right here for the Midtown offense. Third down, pass over the middle. It's caught by Belon, her first reception of the game. And it's rare to say that. Belon, I remember calling the game last year where she won the championship, and she was a focal part of the offense for her team, taking a bit of a backseat, at least so far, in this contest for Midtown, her first catch of the game. For one of the females in this Midtown division, in this co-ed division, who's really one of the best of the best.
Yeah, I've seen her play before, and she too is one of those dominant female players, playing at the senior level as well. Playing on some of the national teams and such. So it's nice to see them come out.
Coming into the game, Belon had 3 catches for 34 yards and 2 TDs in the postseason. Here's a deep shot. That pass intended. Number 13, Justine Durand Tremblay, that was way out of bounds. I think someone in the stands here would have had a better chance of catching that ball than the intended receiver.
Definitely.
So second down now for the Midtown offense.
Oh, 2020.
See both teams lacking a lot of depth that they've had throughout the regular season. Only sub on the game is Sarah Parker right now, and that's for third down for what? There were 7 players versus the 6 for Midtown. A big pickup right there. Will it be enough for a first down by Jordan Rumar-Malara? First down for the Midtown offense. So first and goal at about the 2-yard line. We'll have to see what Morain Faneuf does up. He's been effective when he's been backed up, when he's been just outside of the red zone, not so much when he's in the red zone. So we'll have to see what he calls here.
I predict he's going to take a deep drop. He's almost at
Yeah,
midfield.
Exactly. He is. I think he heard you. He's coming up a bit. Looks like he's only about like 10 yards back now instead of 15. So he gets the snap. Goes to his right. Right through the hands of Pierre-Olivier Belanger. Tightly covered by Alex David on the left sideline.
Yeah, he had him. He just overthrew him just a little bit there. Outstretched hands.
So a big second down coming up now for the Midtown offense.
Yeah, we'll see what he calls. I think he might run somebody in the back of the end zone.
Now, how important are matchups right here? I mean, it looks like, at least from this vantage point, the size advantage actually goes to third down for what with their DBs against the Midtown receivers.
Yeah.
The right corner again, right over the middle, touchdown, wide open, Jordan Rima Malara, pardon me. Not sure why or how they left him wide open right over the middle. He's arguably the best receiver on the team, but nonetheless, he's wide open, gets a touchdown. Now 26-20 lead for Midtown.
There's a bit of a mismatch there because if you look at third down for what, they have 3 girls on the field right now versus the 2 for Midtown, which is the required number. And so we had one of their receivers on number 80.
Here's a pass, fake pass behind the back to Belanger to the corner. Eskander, he got it down, and it's saying no. Looks like one of his feet touched the line. Tight coverage right there by David. Nice catch by Eskander, but just not able to keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. But he was definitely only got 1 foot down there.
And obviously, in FPF, the rule is you have to get 2 feet in bounds, not 1. So again, the lead is now 26-20 for Midtown over third down for what? With just outside, pardon me, with 9.5 minutes remaining in the second half of action. Parker gets the snap. Quick toss down over the middle to Broussard. Broussard shakes one man. He shakes another. He's going up the right sideline. Goes back to the middle. He's still going. He's finally brought down. Barely deflagged. Looks like he just made it inside the red zone. Finally taken down by Morin Faneuf.
Wow, that was quite the run. He's deceivingly quick. Getting down the field. He was making people miss. He can stop on a dime, actually. It's really nice to see.
Yeah. And that's the key, I think, with FPF, flag football in general. It's just you can take those short passes. You take those slants, you take those outs or those hooks or curls over the middle, and you have to be able to have quick feet and be able to zig and zag, basically, to get yak yards.
Absolutely. The change of direction is huge, and some people come in very aggressive, so if they have the wrong angle, it's very easy for them to miss.
A quick pass to Alex David. Parker almost getting deflagged there. David just able to come up with that catch. So second down now. Second down, the ball's at about, we'll call it 3, maybe 4 yard line.
Yeah, that's about right.
So David getting some last minute instructions from Parker. Parker waiting for the snap. She gets it. Look, she looks left. She throws there, and that is a bad pass, and it's picked off. Pierre-Olivier Belanger. She was trying to throw it to Kevin Lubin. And Belanger was there the entire time.
I think she decided who she was throwing to before the snap and just let it go, but fell up short.
And that's the thing about Sarah Parker. I mean, she's decorated quarterback. She's won quarterback of the year in the co-ed division before. You talked about she played for one of the Quebec teams, the U20 championships, and she plays for the Champlain Cavaliers. She won the championship in Division 4. We were talking yesterday. You said her offense put up over 400 points. Is blowing out teams.
Definitely.
Finishing the regular season undefeated. And here's another quarterback in Maurice Trombley. He's on the run. Gets to the line of scrimmage. Pick up of a ball. Only 6, maybe 7 yards. It looks like Millar. She's hurt.
I think she
She
got
might
an
have got
elbow,
an
elbow
elbow
in
or
the nose.
Yeah, jeez. Hopefully she's going to be okay to continue in this one. She's making her way. Yeah, you can tell it's her nose for sure. She got a cloth from
Oh no.
some of the medical people that are on the sideline. So I believe Sarah Parker is going to have to come in now to play some defense.
I think she actually might have got it hit on the above the eye. 'Cause that's another spot that bleeds pretty quickly.
So Parker's subbing in for her now. Have to see what Midtown has dialed up their sleeve now. Parker, only 2 tackles. She hasn't played on defense in the playoffs. She has 2 tackles though in the regular season on the defensive side. Still a phenomenal athlete. We'll have to see how good she is in coverage. But just talking to the point before, you mentioned Sarah Parker. She's taking part. So you talking QB movement.
Yep.
It's a program designed to, I imagine, help young quarterbacks develop.
Yeah, absolutely. So Miles Gibbon is the founder of that QB movement, and basically he's taken a number of young athletes and is developing them at all levels. So we've seen her run through that program. There's also someone that we recruited at Vanier who's gone through that program as well. Her name is Athena Ryan. So we're excited to see her at our camp on August 18th and see how she's able to put all that work into practice.
And so far in this game, it has her team battling for the championship. But again, just looking at her, and at least in the postseason, I mean, even going back to last season in the playoffs, great regular season record. Here's a catch by Rima Malara. Finally goes out of bounds. Pick up of about 15, maybe even 16, perhaps 17 on that play. Sarah Parker, phenomenal regular season quarterback, but again, she looks like she struggles a bit in the postseason. Last year when she made a run to the finals, she had 7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in the postseason, but out of those 5 interceptions, I believe it was 3 of those, all 5, came in the championship game. Again, she lost to the Power Rangers 44-19. And we've seen so far, again, she didn't play last week in her team's win over Party Mix, but she struggled with the turnovers once again this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe that's just inexperience, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long she's been playing quarterback. I mean, she's definitely put the effort in to get better. So I can definitely see that being something attributed to her inexperience in championship games. She was just recently playing in PEI in the U20 National Championship, where her team finished second, losing to the other Quebec team in a 8-0 final.
All right, so we saw in that play right there, pass by Morin Fenouf, intended for Riria Milara. Weren't able to connect that pass just over his outstretched hands. Inside of 5 minutes remaining, 26-20 lead for Midtown. Second down now. Morin Fenouf buying some time. Throws it to the sideline. Oh, making the catch. And out of bounds is Riria Milara. So getting her hands on that pass was Marie-Laure Chaput. So good job by the defensive back from third down for what? Heck of a catch made by Brady, the receiver, just not able to maintain possession of that ball as he was falling out of bounds and not able to get his feet down as well.
Yeah, no, that was a great call, actually. It's hard sometimes as an official to see the feet come down, the ball control, especially in the corners. So I have to say that Leo was well positioned to be able to make that call.
Here's a run by Morin Fenouf. Evades one tackler to another. Finally taken down at the 1-yard line by Alex David. And that's one of the Achilles heel, I think, in this contest, at least for third down for what, has been their tackling.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially on the long runs.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. They've missed a few. Midtown is indeed quick and shifty, but they need to break down a little bit more to be able to eliminate the big gains.
So just outside of 3.5 minutes remaining in the second half of action, a 26-20 lead for Midtown. Looking to increase their lead right here. They have the ball at the 1 yard line. So timeout being called right here by Midtown. Looks like they weren't sure what they wanted to do play call wise. Before taking that 5-yard penalty for delay game, they smartly called a timeout.
Well, considering you have two and it's late in the game, this is a pretty good time to take it. Set something up, get that second score if possible, and, put the pressure on third down for what?
So we're itching to see right now what they have called. Of course, being the Midtown offense will be a quick hitter to the center. A corner route. Demore Fenofes Love throwing so far this afternoon to number 23 Belanger. We'll have to see. Get Mary Lou Bellon. Snaps the ball 1-2. Pass to the corner. Sam Eskander, touchdown. There's a flag on the play. Illegal touching. Eskander saying Eskander went out of bounds. It came back in and touched the ball. That's the second time that's happened to him this afternoon.
Actually, it happened in the other game as well, where we saw a receiver step out of bounds, come back in, and catch the ball for a touchdown. Got to be aware of where you are on the field, because those are big, especially in a tight game like this.
Yeah, field awareness, no matter what level of football you're playing, is key. And that was on fourth down, so it is a turnover on downs, actually, for Midtown.
That's huge.
So 1 minute, 35 seconds and counting. 6-point lead for Midtown. Third down for what now? Getting the ball at their own 1 yard line due to the turnover on downs. Parker looking to pass. She should get the ball. She just got that ball off. Almost sacked right there.
That was really close.
Yeah, that was very close. Wow, that was a little too close for comfort if you're Parker, you have to imagine. Getting in for the sack right there, number 13, the rusher, Jasmine Durant Tremblay.
Would have been nice to see an instant replay on that one. See if she actually got the ball off.
So second down now for third down for what? Again, in the shadow of their own end zone. Now, Tara, if you're Sarah Parker, what are you calling to get the ball to your hands quickly?
I think I'm going back to Anik Legacy.
She goes to Brassard. Brassard did a slant over the middle, pick up of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous throw over the middle, especially so close to the end zone. But, again, she has a great throw. It's generally accurate and comes in hard, so she can thread the needle for sure.
Third down now, third down and about 5. Parker gets a snap. Throws to the left sideline. Oh, Lubin looked like he was trying to run before catching that ball, causing the bobble and drop.
Definitely. And that's one of the key things we also tell our players is that, catch, then run. It happens all the time. People get excited, and they see green space, and take their eye off the ball for a quick second, and incomplete pass.
Now big fourth down, fourth and about 5. So timeout now called by third down for what? The final play before 5 plays. And this is do or die time right now.
Absolutely.
For Sarah Parker and her offense.
They don't convert, and the game's pretty much over. Yeah, I think it's a good call on a timeout. I think that at this point they should hit something on the sideline if they can, get the first down, not try to get anything deep, and then run the 4 plays so that they're the ones in the position offensively.
And here we go. Big fourth down, 4th and 5 for third down for what? Pass, and that's picked off. Horrible pass over the middle by Parker, and that's picked off. Running in for the touchdown by Jordan Rarua Milira. And that pretty much does it for this one.
Hey, Rob, get ready.
32
And this time, can you do the
20
presentation with the
lead
microphone
for
on the sideline?
Midtown.
So back to what you were saying a little bit earlier, we're noticing that in the big game, under pressure, Sarah Parker is making a few key mistakes. That's a key interception with 4th down, 5 yards to go.
And that's been the case throughout this game. Multiple turnovers by both teams. But more have been done by 3rd down for what? I believe that's the 3rd interception of the game for Parker. They also had a turnover in downs, I believe, as well.
Yes, exactly.
So now here comes the conversion attempt. Going for 2 is Midtown toss, and that's off the hand. Oh, nice catch. Mary Lou Bellon. Pardon me, the 1-point conversion. That pass went off of Chaput's hands. It's about the 2nd or 3rd time she got her hands on the ball, not able to come down with the interception or the bat down. And this time, unfortunately, it worked against her as Mary Lou Bellon, standing in the right corner of the end zone, caught that pass for the conversion.
That's a classic tip drill there.
Yep.
Good concentration on her part. Ball was tipped and fell right into her hands. She was in the right spot at the right time.
So now, I mean, you're pretty much just playing for pride right now. If you're 3rd down for what, trying to at least make the final score look a little bit better than what it is, down by 13 right now.
They're actually even going to play with 5 players as Lubin has taken a seat. He went limping off the sideline there.
Yep. So 5-on-6 now. Parker, quick hitter. Nice move by Broussard. He made the first tackler, and Morin Faneuf missed, but he stepped out of bounds. Trying to get past the long arms of Sam Iskander along the right sideline. 2nd down now. And 2nd down in about 6, maybe even 7 for the 3rd down for what offense?
Not at me, at the camera.
Yeah, let's see what they do here.
Parker gets a snap. Throws it over the middle. Nice catch by Broussard. He's tackled down to the ground by Morin Faneuf. There's going to be a flag on that one. Unnecessary roughness called against the Midtown defensive back.
It'll actually be unnecessary contact. Simply put, because UR would put him 5 plays out of the game. So there's 3
So
plays
he-
left.
Yeah, 3 plays left for UC going against Morin Tremblay. Morin Faneuf, pardon me. As you said, Tara, unnecessary contact. So you have that about 5-6 yard gain. And then being given some extra yards by that penalty as well. Your blowhorn being tested out before the next game coming up. Division E2 championship coming up. David wide open, the left side, touchdown on the wheel route, nice throw, and nice catch by Alex David. The lead is now 33-26 for Midtown.
Kind of made that look a little hard on himself.
Yeah, so nice throw. You're right. He did make it look a little hard, but nonetheless coming down with the catch. I mean, obviously it's too little, too late for
Yeah,
for 3rd down for what?
yeah. Sadly, that interception was the nail in their coffin.
To see here is Midtown just going to let them get the conversion and then wave off the remaining, I believe it is 1 play in this game, or are they going to actually make them earn it?
It'll be interesting. I mean, I don't think you need to play it. You know. Yeah, they look pretty lax. Oh.
That pass off the hands of Bellon, and that falls incomplete.
That's the game.
And that will do it. Midtown are your Tier 1 co-ed division champions with a 33-26 victory over 3rd down for what? Tara, obviously the turnovers, as we've been talking about all game, have been a killer.
Oh, absolutely.
For Sarah Parker and her 3rd down for what team. But again, we saw what was a sloppy game by both teams as they both committed turnovers. What do you think, though, for you was the key for Midtown being able to turn it around?
Well, I think they made less mistakes. I think that when they had possession of the ball, they ensured that they kept possession of the ball. And even though there was some sloppy plays and drop passes and such, they still managed to make that key pass or that key catch when they needed it.
Okay, and obviously this is the end of the co-ed division, the co-ed play, at least I guess you could say for the spring season. Obviously going to be coming back in the winter season, going forward to that winter season when it comes to 2020. You talked about earlier this couple of things, like if you could elaborate just a bit more, like some things you maybe would like to see moving forward as this division starts to go and get more females involved.
Well, honestly, there's a lot of publicity on Instagram. There's a lot of publicity on Facebook for FPF. So it would be nice if there'd be a call out to female teams, in Quebec, in Montreal, to let them know that there is, indoor flag as we move into the winter months and such, because it's cold out there, right? Like, we're going to play fall ball now, but come the winter season, not everybody wants to head out to the East End, which is where I play. So knowing that there's somewhere to play a little bit more central, I think could be great.
All right, and we haven't seen who's going to get the MVP right now of this contest, but if you had to pick somebody, who would you give the MVP to for Midtown?
Number 80.
Okay, the receiver, yeah, that would be who you put your money on.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go against you on that. I'm gonna argue with you. I'm gonna say it's gonna actually go to Jean-Christophe Morin-Phaneuf. I mean, he did throw a couple of interceptions. He had a turnover on downs, but he did throw, I believe it was about 4 touchdown passes, and he got 2 interceptions as well on defense. And obviously we see with the 33-26 victory, not taking anything away from the receiver, but Morin-Phaneuf definitely played, I think, at least a bigger part in the win. But again, at the end of the day, Midtown are the champs, so I don't think they're going to care who wins the MVP at this point.
No, not at all. I think that they came together as a team and they, made sure that they did what they had to do to get the W at the end of the day.
And now quickly, just moving forward, I mean, you talked about Sarah Parker. Again, she's young, right? I mean, she's a phenomenal quarterback. She plays in the collegiate ranks, as you talked about. She plays for an FPF. But she's 0-2 now in the championship game. What do you think she needs to do to finally take that in the next step to win a trophy?
Well, it's tough. It's because for me, I wonder if it would have made a difference if she had her key receivers, right? I don't know. But, essentially, like I mentioned to you before, in her actual collegiate team or on her collegiate team, she won, right? And they dominated. So there was no question about her inexpérience.
Fait que je suis ici avec JC Morin, capitaine de Midtown. Tu as gagné ton tournoi pour Coed. How does it feel?
Incroyable, écoute, j'ai commencé cette équipe-là au début de l'année, puis le fait qu'on se rend, c'était ça notre but, c'est de se rendre jusqu'au bout, puis on l'a fait aujourd'hui. Fait
que c'est une équipe de travail, puis vous avez décidé de...
La majorité des joueurs qui jouent, c'est des gens qui travaillent avec moi au Midtown, puis on a des membres aussi, puis c'est ça, c'est dans le fond ma boss qui a payé pour tout, fait que on est bien contents.
Merci beaucoup, bravo.
Simon. Salut.
All right, so there you have it. The finals MVP of the game has been the two-way player, JC Morin-Phaneuf. So Morin-Phaneuf getting the MVP of this contest, again leading his team to a 33-26 victory over Third Down for West. So continuing your thoughts, so just about Parker going forward.
Yeah, I think that, she's grown up a lot in the last probably 6 months. She's played a lot of high competition football, and essentially it's going to be interesting to see how she does at the collegiate level this year in the right division. So Champlain Cavaliers are going into Division 1. Season starts beginning of September, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I know that my team's excited to play against them and see what they bring to the table. It's always nice for us to have some preseason games against some higher division teams, so we'll see.
All right, speaking of your team, obviously the head coach of the Vanier Cheetahs, a women's flag football team. When does your season kick off?
So our season kicks off September 8th. Against Trois-Rivières, a team that we haven't seen before. So we travel to Trois-Rivières, which will be interesting. So hopefully the girls, after almost a 2-hour bus ride, will be able to, play a game and come away with the W.
All right, so well, good luck to you in this upcoming season.
Thank you very much.
So once again, from the Bell Sports Complex, Midtown are your Tier 1 co-ed division champions with a 33-26 victory over Third Down for What? For Tara Miritich, I'm Brent Balkin saying thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, we have the Division E2 championship game coming up between Mambo and the Blackouts. That game will be called by our partners Pease Delarize and Corey Wawoski. Thanks for tuning into the Co-Ed Division 1 and Co-Ed Division 2 championship games. For Tara, I'm Brent saying see you next time.